Welcome, everyone. My name is Elisa Toro Franqui. I come from Colombia, and I currently am the Joint Program Director of Accent Dance NYC. Tonight's program is commissioned by the Bronx Music Heritage Center and is dedicated to the Bronx, its communities, its musical legacy, and primarily to one of the most iconic salsa singers in history, Héctor Lavoe. Before we start, I would like to introduce you to Accent Dance NYC. We are a collective of international, professional dancers and teachers dedicated to advocating for diversity and equality through dance. We come from Puerto Rico, Colombia, Spain, the United States, and beyond, and we unite to work and celebrate through our work the cultural diversity of the communities we serve. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Andrea Siegelman, President of Accent Dance NYC.
Before we launch into the program tonight, I want to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do. Accent Dance is an education and performance initiative that champions learning and communication through dance. We bring multicultural dance performances and dance education initiatives to schools and local communities, advocating for widespread access to the arts. Since our inception in 2018, we have reached over 1,400 children in schools and arts organizations throughout New York City and beyond. We also are a collaborative of international artists dedicated to exploring the artistic, cultural, and humanistic connections among people through diverse dance styles. All of these works have a central theme, which is they cross cultural boundaries and dance disciplines to celebrate the commonality of the human spirit.
The performers of Accent Dance NYC not only come from different cultural origins, they also specialize in different dance disciplines. I wanted to showcase our strong Latin American component, and I had a vision for a choreography of El Cantante, sung by Rubén, dedicated to Héctor Lavoe. That vision, however, could only come alive by integrating the different movement vocabularies by the talented artists of Accent Dance NYC. Moreover, that vision tonight has gone far to offer you testimonies by 3 musicians who knew Héctor Lavoe personally. They were close, they worked together. Miguel Ángel Amadeo, Eddie Montalvo, Gilberto Colón. Let them tell you their story.
Entonces quedamos. Hector was, a beautiful human being.
Hector had a good heart. God gifted him with so much talent as a singer, treated us as family band members.
So not only did he influence me in my Puerto Ricanidad, made me proud of who I was. Being proud of being Puerto Rican, raised in New York, and being the pianist of one of the best orchestras of that time. That helped me be a better piano player, the style that he wanted.
He used to treat me like a father, you know, and every time I saw him do something that I didn't like or I wanted to tell him something, he would bajar la cabeza, he would, listen to me. Okay, I met Héctor Lavoe in Casa Alegre. My relation with Héctor Lavoe became very good right there in that place because he happens to be, at the time, he was someone with talent that wanted to, show his talent and try to get a recording or a band that will use him as a singer, things like that. It so happened that he was at the store at closing time. It was Saturday night, Casa Alegre. 852 Westchester Avenue. That's the address. It used to be. The kid was there, all dressed up with a beautiful suit and everything, looking good. So we asked him, Raúl Marrero was with me that night, and we went over to Cabo Rojeño. We took Héctor along one of those nights, When 12 o'clock, Tito Puente walks in with the whole band. When they walked in, the band right away went to on stage, whatever. And he tells me, that's Tito Puente. That's Tito Puente. Wow. That was his main thing. He was always dreaming, of acting in front of people like that. Young. So that night, this is what happened. Puente sets up the band on stage, and once everything is set up, I tell Santo, look, I got a kid here. He's a singer. I would like to have him on stage singing with you, with the band. So he said, are you crazy? Tito, you got to talk to Tito. I said, don't worry about Tito. Tito, I'll take care of Tito. And this is what happened. He started singing. Tito went by me. I stopped him. I started talking to him. And while I was talking to him, the kid started singing. He said, who's that kid? Cantante de los cantantes, mi amiguito Héctor Lavoe. Desde su lecho de enfermo, una vez me preguntó, ¿qué pasa con mis amigos? ¿Dónde están que ya no vienen? ¿Será que ya me olvidaron? ¿Será que ya no me quieren? Por eso, lo que me vayan a dar, que me lo den en vida.
Cantante de los cantantes, mi amiguito Héctor Lavoe. Desde su lecho de enfermo, una vez me preguntó, ¿qué pasa con mis amigos? ¿Dónde están que ya no vienen? ¿Será que ya me olvidaron? ¿Será que ya no me quieren? Por eso, lo que me vayan a dar, que me lo den en vida.
So then, Héctor Lavoe walks in, looking for a song. I said, ¿qué tú quieres? Okay, that's when it comes. De ti depende, un bolero, es lo que tengo para ti. That's what I have for you. Ese número es mío y que I want you to record it y tú lo vas a grabar. After 2 weeks he comes back. ¿Grabaste o no grabaste? Did you record or you didn't? ¿Sí o no? He says, not only I recorded it, the album is going to be called De Ti Depende. Your song is going to be the title for the album.
En tus manos yo pongo mi dilema, de ti depende si me salvo, si me pierdo.
It wasn't about Héctor, it was about, this is a unity of my musicians. I treat them well. We all fly together when we have to go out of town. And I pay them good. I joined Héctor Lavoe's band in 1977. And playing with Héctor, I learned a lot. He taught us to always do the right thing with all the respect. I mean, I've had good times in my life playing with Rubén Blaze, everybody else, but Héctor was one of a kind. We were young. We were living a life of playing with a guy who's an icon. I mean, he's a guy that would improvise in the spot. He can sing good boleros and he could sing good salsa. While the chorus was singing, he was already shooting out words, lyrics out of his mouth. He would get on stage and he would control that stage. The public would just come towards the front of the stage. He had that charisma that got to the public. Héctor was a guy that was always late, and he would tell the people, you guys got here too early. through the good and bad times, we were there. And I also saw him at the end, I remember going to see him one time at the hospital, and he always had that happy mood. And I never forget that Hector used to like a pack of cigarettes. When you went to visit Hector, he wanted a pack of cigarettes and ice cream Goya, vanilla. I really miss Hector. It's like he never died.
I started working with him in November of 1975. And when I got the call to be his pianist, I took it well knowing that he was already, as they say in Spanish, pegado. Pegado means he was established and he was on the radio called Periódico de Ayer. Hey.
Tu amor es un periódico de ayer. Procura ya leer. Cuando salió en la madrugada, al otro día era noticia propagada en la tarde, materia olvidada. Oye mamita, pero ahora no hay parante, sígueme si quieres también. Se creían que no volvía, aquí llegué con la intemperie.
Hector dominated the Spanish. So when I got to Hector, I was already out of high school. I was in college, and I had to start speaking Spanish because he didn't dominate English. With me and him, I made a deal, and the deal was, I'll speak to you in Spanish, and you could speak to me in English. And he said, no. He says, I'm going to speak to you in Spanish. And when I feel that you have it at least on a decent level, then we'll go with your trato, your negotiating tool, English and Spanish. And that's what I did. Hector was correcting me. I started learning how to speak Spanish. He gave me tools that I didn't have. He made me study now the masters that he studied. Hector got me at the right time of my life. I was willing to learn, and I wanted to learn everything he had. He learned from the school of life. In Hector's case, being without one of those parents allowed him to be real grateful for what he had. Their gratitude comes in terms of two sisters, one older and one younger, that gave him, instead of trying to make up for the fact that he's missing a mom, gave him love and nurturing to be able to be humble. But Hector taught me that it's not the clothes that make you, it's the content of your whole soul and spirit. Whatever you're willing to share at that moment, people are going to get it. They're not looking at this. This is only a facade. He taught me a lesson that even if I'm going to hurt you by telling you something you don't want to hear, it's best to be honest from the beginning.
Hector's life poses the interweaving of beauty and pain which defines our human nature. Hector's life, as our own life, resembles a flower or a butterfly. It flourishes, takes flight, decays, and in the end becomes again the earth that originated it. Hector no longer walks upon the face of earth, but why do we still feel him so alive? Because forever his essence remains, his art, his vibrant flight. That essence, intangible, inspirational, which transcends death, is a treasure of humanity. We evoke Hector's essence in our dance tribute to him.
cantantes que hoy han venido a escuchar lo mejor del repertorio. A ustedes voy a brindar y canto a la vida de risas y penas, de momentos malos y de cosas buenas. Vinieron a divertirse y pagaron en la puerta. No hay tiempo para tristezas, vamos cantante, comienza. Me paran siempre en la calle, mucha gente que comenta. Oye Héctor, tú estás hecho siempre con hembras y en fiesta. Si nadie pregunta si sufro, si lloro, si tengo una pena que hiere muy hondo. Yo soy el cantante porque lo mío es cantar y el público paga para poderme escuchar. Yo soy el cantante, muy popular donde quiera, pero cuando el show se acaba, soy otro humano cualquiera y sigo mi vida con risas y penas, con ratos amargos y con cosas buenas. Yo soy el cantante y mi negocio es cantar, y a los que me siguen mi canción voy a brindar. Son mejor que los de ayer, compárenme en criticones.
Hoy te dedico mis mejores pregones.
Si no me quieren en vida, cuando muera no me lloren.
Hoy te dedico mis mejores pregones.
Yo te canto de la vida, olvida tu pena y tus dolores.
Hoy te dedico mis mejores pregones.
Baila si quiere bailar, canta si quiere cantar, mamá.
Hoy te dedico mis mejores pregones.
Yo soy el cantante, vamos a celebrar, no quiero tristezas, lo mío es cantar, cantar.
Hoy te dedico